Nobody should be upset that Donald Trump is banning transgender people from the military, not transgender people, and not people who are not transgender. In fact, everybody should be extremely happy, and this is why.
Congresswoman Hartzler, she actually likes what Trump did. She just wasn't expecting it, but she likes the fact that Trump has said just no transgender people in the military, period. Other Republicans don't like it. This is a president who said during the campaign he would be a friend of the LGBT community.
He'll do that.
To the right of House and Senate Republicans on an issue of LGBT rights.
Everybody is talking about Trump's announcement that he was going to ban transgender people from the military. And a lot of people, especially a lot of transgender people, are upset about it. I have a different opinion. Nobody should be upset that Donald Trump is banning transgender people from the military, not transgender people, and not people who are not transgender. In fact, everybody should be extremely happy, and this is why.
Search and destroy.
Do you remember the Vietnam War?
The plan is brutally simple. Search out the enemy in South Vietnam and then destroy them in numbers so high they will no longer be able to continue fighting.
Perhaps you or somebody you know was drafted into the army to fight in the Vietnam War. Or perhaps you or somebody you know protested against the war.
The opposition to the war was growing.
Or against the
Voices
draft.
of those objecting to U.S. involvement in Vietnam were getting loud. In May of 1970, 4 students were killed by National Guard troops during a campus protest at Kent State University in Ohio.
Wow, I didn't even know about that. I wasn't able to figure out if this was actually passed or not, but I know that Obama was trying to change the law so women could be drafted into the army. Sorry, my cat keeps jumping on my computer. I totally disagree with men or women being drafted into the army. And a lot of people who are parents like I am get concerned, especially if their children are boys, that one day their sons could be drafted into the army. Many people even raise their children to be conscientious objectors, so if they do get drafted, they don't have to fight. They'll have their children write essays in school about peace and why they don't support war, take their children to peace protests and post the pictures on social media and things like that, just to create a record to prove to the army that they've objected to war for their entire life so they can be a conscientious objector, which is apparently something that the military doesn't allow everyone to do. You have to get some kind of special permission, and if you don't get that permission, then you get in trouble for not wanting to serve in the army. So the concern is that if both men and women can be drafted into the army, that it doesn't matter if you have sons, daughters, or both, all of your children could be drafted and they could all die. Well, now you don't have to worry about that, because rather than raising your child to be a conscientious objector and taking all kinds of pictures of them dressed up in tie-dye shirts with peace signs and the like, now it doesn't matter what their actual opinion is on war. Now all you have to do, instead of all that nonsense, is this.
You could be forgiven for mistaking this toddler for a little girl, but 2-year-old Max Price is actually a boy. Max's parents are raising him gender neutral, meaning they dress him in both boys' and girls' clothes.
He doesn't conform to one or the other, really. You know, if we allow Max to play with dolls and dresses and stuff like that, he'll become whoever he is without society telling him that he has to be a certain way.
At home in Walsall, West Midlands, Max plays with cars and dolls, and he is encouraged to wear trousers and dresses.
If he wanted to wear a dress, let him wear a dress. If he likes pink, he likes pink. If he likes blue, he likes blue. It's down to him.
Lisa and Martin's parenting techniques may not be for everyone.
Well, now they can be, for everyone. For everyone who doesn't want their son or daughter drafted. If your kid ever gets drafted, all they have to do is say they're transgender. And if you ever get drafted, all you have to do is say you're transgender. It's that easy. According to, I believe, the law, your gender identity is what you identify with, the gender that you identify with. And you are allowed to change it at any time. So therefore, if you get drafted, you can suddenly become trans.
So
You
is that a
suddenly
man or a woman?
Identified as the other gender all of a sudden. It doesn't mean you didn't want to get drafted. In fact, I predict that if Trump brought back the draft tomorrow, there would be a lot of more transgendered people tomorrow. And if he decided to draft women, I might even be one of them. Don't worry, I'm not really serious. Like, I'm not gonna go dress up Eugene in a dress. But seriously, if you're transgender, why would you want to fight in the military? Why would you want to join the army while Donald Trump is the president? Donald Trump got rid of some kind of rule that the military had for years under many presidents, that they wouldn't kill civilians in combat unless absolutely necessary. They got rid of that rule and said, you know what? As long as you're killing the people you want to kill, it doesn't matter how many civilians you kill anymore. And because of that, in just the few months that Trump's been president, he has killed more people bombing the Middle East than Obama killed in the 8 years that he was president. So why would you want to join the army? Joining the army is supposed to be something you do when you want to protect your country from a threat. Our army isn't protecting us from threats. They're just killing a bunch of innocent people to help rich people get richer. Joining the army is supposed to be fighting to defend your freedom. Like, you're fighting for your country because that is where you are free. With Donald Trump trying to take away all the rights of transgendered people, you're not really so free here anymore. So do you really want to fight for that? Especially if the people you're fighting are not really your enemy, or possibly even less of your enemy than our own president? I don't think so. Don't join the army. Whether you're transgendered, not transgendered, or, you know, anything, any human being, or even if you're like a human being who identifies as a cat or something, I don't care what you are. Don't join the army. Don't join the military. No matter what country you live in. War is a bad thing. In fact, the best way to respond to this would be for everybody to say they're trans. If everyone who's currently in the military all declared that they were trans right now, they might all get kicked out of the military, and it might prevent World War III from happening. Or it might inspire them to decide not to ban transgendered people from the military. Peace out, people. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share this video. And forgive me for my hoarse voice and my cats jumping on everything, causing my camera to go everywhere, and all the background noise in my house caused by the utter chaos of my family and pets like running around and stuff. Anyway, bye. Peace out. Oh yeah, I just forgot. Scientists now say that you're not supposed to give a peace sign on camera because your fingerprint could be then printed out on a 3D printer and used to unlock your smartphone. So from now on, give a peace sign backwards, people. Peace out. This way.